So I know I already did a video on the Titans earlier in the offseason, but 3 games into the season, I still don't think it's enough to fully judge a team. But there is something at least to base them off. So far the Titans have been pretty decent. The offensive line, both games they won against the Jaguars and the Seahawks, has been because the offensive line took the game over, and that's the only reason. Personally, I think the game against the Jaguars was in fact a revenge game for eliminating them from the playoffs the previous year. So that was without a doubt going to be a win for them. But although Marcus Mariota struggled in the first half of that game, as well as the first half of the Seattle game and the Raiders game, so Mariota so far has had an up and down season, and this team could probably be 0-3 right now if the offensive line just doesn't take the game over. Their offensive line is physical and they dominate. And DeMarco Murray had a little bit of struggles at the start with injuries, and there was even some talks about handing over the reins to Derrick Henry, which I really thought was going to happen, but then Murray exploded with 14 carries for 105 yards, something like that, against the Seahawks last week. So I guess it's still Murray's job. The receivers are, what everyone expected, nothing special. Pretty much just possession receivers all around. Corey Davis has been hurt in preseason, and he actually sat out last week with a hamstring injury. So you can't really judge him yet because it's still too early. Defensively, they're not all that special. Their offense dominates the game. They chew up game clock, and their defense is rested. That's all it really comes down to with their defense. They got Jurrell Casey, and their secondary is pretty questionable. And there is the emergence of Kevin Byard, who not many people expected to turn out to be a good player for them, but he has. So they have a good safety, and that safety they signed from Jacksonville has been injured the past 2 weeks, I want to say. So regardless, though, he's not a good cover safety. He's a box safety, a good tackler in the run. He dominates in the run. So it's not really going to affect their secondary much if he's out. Their linebackers are okay, I guess. Their interior ones, I mean, of course they got Arakpo and Morgan, who are a pretty good duo. But other than that, I don't think there really is much more to say about the Titans that I didn't really already cover in my previous video in the offseason. I mean, yeah, they beat the Seahawks, but again, their offensive line tired out that defense. The Seahawks they got tired out really quick because I guess the heat, they're not used to that environment. They had like fans blowing on them and fucking a board over the players so to block out the sun. Like that was pretty pathetic by Seattle, honestly. That made them look weak, made them look like they couldn't play in hot weather, and they probably can't because they're from Seattle. Seattle is not really a place that gets to 90 degrees. So the Titans have been taking advantage of the opportunities they're presented, because not every day you get Seattle at home and you can take them down. But although I do think Seattle does look weaker this season, but they always start off pretty weak and then close out stronger. So we'll see from there. But so far the Titans are the team I expected them to be. And that's the team that's going to run at you. And that's it. Just run at you and drain out the clock. Hope Mariota manages the game, doesn't make any mistakes, and that's what they've been doing so far, man. Like, Mariota's not a bad quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I actually wanted him in 14 when we had the first overall pick, but he decided to stay. So that's all in the past, whatever. So I don't think there's really much else to say about the Titans. Let me know if I'm missing something, guys. But other than that, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.